Hello, my name is Erica, and today I will be helping you to make a pumpkin patch. So what we have here are, we've got big pumpkins with yarn wrapped around them and little ones. And we'll be giving you a kit, so you can pick these up at the Johnston Public Library. And then in each kit you will have directions and all of the supplies that you need to make 2 pumpkins. So here are your materials that you will find in your bag. So we've got a smaller styrofoam ball. We have a larger styrofoam ball. So these generally come in a full styrofoam ball. I have taken them and I've hollowed them out and cut the ends off. And in the directions you will find directions from start to finish, but in your kits you'll notice that they've already been prepped. So you will have that step, that is step 1 on your instructions, and that has been eliminated or already done for you. So when you get your kit, you can automatically hop right into step 2. So step 2 is going to be taking your yarn, and again, your yarn has been cut into 10-foot sections for you. And you will take your plastic darning needle, and we will find the end of one strand of your yarn, and we'll just do a small pumpkin today. And we're going to thread our yarn onto our darning needle, and it helps if you grab it at the base and give it a little twist. That'll help you thread it on there, and once you get it started you can just pull it through there. Want to maybe leave 2 to 3 inches a little extra hanging over there, and we're going to grab our styrofoam ball. We're going to take our darning needle and thread it up through the center. Whoop. And we're going to pull it all the way through. And we want to leave about 1.5 to 2 inches on our tail. We're going to take that tail and we're going to pull it around, and we're going to hold it in place with our thumb. So we're going to take our darning needle, we're going to go back through the middle, and we are going to pull it. We want it to be taut but not tight, and we're going to pull that one around side, and we want to overlap it with the end of your tail of your yarn. So taut but not tight, and then for the next one we're going to go right back through the middle and we'll pull it again. Just snug it up there right next to the last one. And we can just kind of rotate, and we'll continue to do this. And I kind of go in sections, so I'm going to scrunch it up a little bit, and as we go through multiple times it will start to gather and you won't see as much of the white below. So I've got that section complete. I'm going to move on to the next one. Alright, and you can kind of see how it's gathering there at the top. We've got our first and second segment done. We're going to move on and work on the other half. as you get a handful, you just continue to scrunch them up. Now we're going to start filling in the areas that we skipped before. And as you can see, we're starting to get some nice coverage, so we can place our yarn now exactly where we want it. And then we are to about the end of our tail, so we are going to just stick that darning needle through, and we're going to pull it out the end, and we can give that a little tuck up in the middle there since it came out right in the middle. And then we'll grab our next strand. Again, we're going to grab towards the end and give it a little twist. And then we are going to go right up the middle. And then just like we did with the first one, we're going to leave about, the first strand of yarn, we're going to leave about 1 inch. We'll secure it under our thumb and then wrap under or over it and then right up through the middle. As your pumpkin gets tighter, as you get more yarn, it's going to get a little trickier to pull. So there's our strand. We want to make sure that the new one is over it. And you can see it is nicely tucked under. And we will just continue to fill in all of the gaps. All right, so I have almost covered my entire pumpkin. I've got a few here that still I can see some of the styrofoam ball in between, so I'm just going to finish that up. And generally for the smaller pumpkins, you'll need 2 strands of yarn, and the larger ones you'll need 3. That is all kind of personal preference on how much coverage you want and kind of how your yarn's laying. So just want to give it a final look-see. We've got a little spot there that could use a little extra yarn. It looks pretty good, so I'll do a final wrap. We've got just a little bit left. So we'll go right up through the middle, and we will just kind of tuck it down in there like we did before. And now we've got our pumpkin, and we just need to add our stem. So these stems have been cut for you to approximately 1 inch to 1.5 inches, depending on your pumpkin and your stem preference. So you can take a look at your ends. This one is a little bit bigger, so that's going to be the base, as it will sit a little bit smoother for a wider base. And you can either use hot glue, or you can just take your stem and kind of squish it in there, and till you see an angle that you like. I like a little shorter stem on my pumpkin. So there you go, and you have completed the little pumpkin. If you have any ends that are poking out, you can always hot glue those. Otherwise, repeat, enjoy, and make your own pumpkin patch. So thank you for joining me and tuning in, and happy crafting. Thank you.